Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamonds for Tuesday, January 28, 2025. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games. Solid CBB hoop slate here with a couple games nationally televised we're getting into. So let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. It helps grow the show. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific on ESPN. It's Kentucky and Tennessee. Food City Center, Knoxville, Tennessee, 148.5 being the total. The Volunteers, -8 and a hook as the home favorite. Both teams pretty solid on the season. Kentucky 14-5, Tennessee 17-3. I'm going after the total here, guys. It's 148 and a hook, so betting on I'm getting, not into the 150s for sure. And a couple reasons why. Following some of these trends, the last two games for Tennessee, they lost 51-53 at Auburn, a game that was totaled 141.5, 51-53, just over 100 total points. And the game before that against Mississippi State, it was 68-56 in the Tennessee win, but that game was totaled 142, so falling almost 20 points under the total 2 games ago, falling almost 40 points under the total just last time out against the Auburn Tigers. Something's up here with Tennessee. Number one, defensive efficiency team. That's not, something being up. They're a slow tempo team overall, but I mean, these are epically low scores here. That's something I'm looking out for. And sure enough, on the Kentucky side, they're without one of their better players, Andrew Carr. He was injured. They're 6'11 power forward. And sure enough, last game out at Vanderbilt, they lost that game 74-69. It was totaled 165 points. So that fell below that closing total by more than 20 points. I think Tennessee is going to be able to slow this game down. Kentucky's going to want to play a little bit faster, but being at home, as good as they are on the defensive side, I don't think we get into the 150s here, guys. I think this finishes, 71, 65, something like that. We're going under 148 and a hook to tip us off on Tuesday night ESPN game. We got next one up, also 7 o'clock Eastern on SEC Network. We're heading to the Coliseum in Athens, Georgia, South Carolina, and Georgia. We get the Bulldogs -7 and a hook, 132 and a hook being the total. 10-10 for South Carolina on the season. Georgia, pretty solid overall, 14-6 under head coach Mike White. They're 11-1 at home. I had this game circled to jump on the Bulldogs here, mainly just kind of fading the South Carolina Gamecocks. In my opinion, they're the worst team in the SEC. But breaking it down a little bit, they've played tough their last 2, mainly on the defensive side, 2 straight unders, including last time out it was an overtime game that still stayed under. They haven't scored 70 points in SEC play, yet this season against SEC teams. In Georgia, their last 4 games, they have not scored 70 points either. So I'm going the same theme here, guys. A lower scoring out the gate for Tuesday night. I mean, both of these two teams way better on the defensive side when you look at their metrics. And they've combined to go 13-27 to the under. So that's almost 70% unders combined between these two teams. I know 132 and a hook isn't a high total by any means. I don't think we get in the 130s, guys. I think this stays in the low 60s for both teams, maybe even the 50s here. We're going under 132 and a half in the Coliseum, Athens, Georgia. Got one more game, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's actually following that game, South Carolina and Georgia. But first, check out WagerTalk.com. Today's a great day to do so. $5 Tuesday. I got a 4% play up in college basketball game we're not breaking down on the show. You can get it for just $5. Get the rest of the college basketball season as well, guys. All plays discounted to just $5. WagerTalk.com. And a reminder, if you could comment below, it helps out the algorithm, growing the show. Questions, more than welcome. We'll do another question and answer session later this week. I already got a couple, but feel free to fire away in the comments below. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. I'll be in there chiming in as well. What you're looking to bet on tonight's slate. As we got last game up, 9 p.m. Eastern, SEC Network, Reed Arena, College Station, Texas. We're going 3 SEC games on the slate. Oklahoma and Texas A&M. We are seeing the Aggies -8-point home favorites, 144 being the total. Oklahoma, 15 wins on the season. but just 2-4 in SEC play, whereas Texas A&M 15-5 on the season. They are a game over 500 in SEC play. Head coach Bud Williams' team here for A&M 9-1 at home, and their only home loss was against Alabama in a game they didn't have one of their best, probably their best player, Wade Taylor, their point guard. He is back in the lineup. I'm looking to bet on Texas A&M right now, guys. These two teams played January 8th. Texas A&M actually went off as the underdog. Granted, it was in Norman, and they won outright. Now we're seeing a -8. It is a big change. I think it's big for a reason, though. And it just missed the client card, but I think it's kind of best bet material here for the video. Texas A&M -8. Oklahoma has won and covered their last two games, but when you look at it, they played Arkansas. That's a beat-up Razorbacks team right now. And then the game before that, they played South Carolina. We just went over, South Carolina, probably the worst team in the SEC. Before that, they lost 6 straight against the spread. I think it's a good time to be betting on Texas A&M here off of a loss to Texas back at home. Yeah, let's go -8. Texas A&M, the Aggies. I wouldn't be surprised if they win by double digits. Guys, in recap, we got Texas A&M -8. We talked South Carolina and Georgia. We're going under that total. And we're also tipping off with Kentucky and Tennessee under 148.5. Check out WagerTalk.com, $5 Tuesday. Comment below, smash that like button. Thanks for tuning in. Cash those tickets. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.